Blueface is going crazy after learning that his baby mom, Jaden, had cheated on him.
Be cheating? You ever seen it with another man? Promise?
This comes after a fight between Chrisean and Blueface, during which he tried to cheer her up by rubbing his nose in her face. After his relationship with Jaden and Mark blew up in his face, he now seems to be pleading with Sean to take him back. Does this mean that Blueface and Chrisean are becoming less of a match?
We was ready for a family. Sorry that we're not, but love you.
It appears that rapper Blueface has finally received the retribution he was due for his treatment of Chrisean. He has been having affairs with his baby mama, Jaden Alexis, behind Blueface's back, it was recently revealed. To make matters worse, Blueface was the one who initially revealed Jaden. However, the most absurd aspect of this is that Blueface attempted to harm Chrisean's reputation on social media by complimenting Jaden for being his ride or perish. This is not the first time Blueface has publicly humiliated Chrisean over Jaden. He has been doing so ever since Chrisean revealed that she was expecting a child. Because he didn't want the child, Blueface did everything in his power to make Chrisean's pregnancy as uncomfortable as possible. For instance, when she announced she was pregnant, he denied being the father right away, and he answered all of ECA. Your questions on Twitter. Rock and I are no longer together officially, but it's strictly company. It was obviously not administered before she said she was expecting a kid from someone else, not me, according to my test results. Every time she told him how much she was enjoying her pregnancy, he would reassure her. She once posted on Instagram, "I had to pray the fear away of being a mommy when I saw the face of what was growing inside me. As soon as I heard the heartbeat and saw the face, I fell in love." Rockets had dated 10 other men in the last year before I discovered a DNA test, and it wasn't me. Unfavorable ideas such as, even if I didn't succeed, I had to keep my heartache apart from the greatest thing I had longed for in the first place. Blueface said, "I'm going to be a cheater forever. I'm not even going to hide it for real." And he also insisted that she end the pregnancy. "You will be able to be yourself when a baby leaves us stuck. You don't want to be stuck with someone like me, considering how I feel about you." As if that weren't awful enough, he made it even worse by calling her an HOE. He repeatedly informed her that he didn't want the child, but by pushing his baby mama Jaden in her face in a video that he uploaded of himself grinning after she told him she was expecting Hero, her second child. It should seem like this when a woman informs a man she is expecting. Get rid of the baby if he responds or asks any further inquiries. Men should never dispute the child's paternity, and if they do, it's likely that the woman hasn't been giving herself enough credit. Everyone is aware that this young man has been openly cheating on Chrisean and Jaden for a long time, yet he still has the gall to act in this manner because he believes Chrisean is unfaithful to him. Even before then, he had been making fun of Jaden and Christine for a while. For instance, Chrisean claimed that despite forcing her to terminate 3 pregnancies before this one, he nevertheless had another kid with Jaden and upset her.
Let me tell you what hurt. When you told me get rid of the babies and then have a baby with a bitch not even with.
This clarifies why she chose to retain the baby even though Blueface claimed he didn't want it. Even worse, he said she would be left all alone with the child and that he would not be paying her child support. "This girl should be held by whoever is the judge in my child support case," he wrote on Twitter. "It's not the baby I want. She has time to get rid of it. She's pressuring me. Therefore, you should make the ideal quantity. She was attempting to ensnare me in such a depressing and disorderly circumstance." Chris. After threatening to stomp her pregnant belly and leave her bleeding for days, Sean finally recognized his error. Asians were wondering why she hadn't just left Chrisean, because he didn't even want to pay child support.
You are a crip. Look a killer in his eyes. Like, you don't think I'll kill you and kick you in your stomach and you be bleeding for months? Like, then he took my phone, made sure I wasn't recording and none of that. Like, all right, long story short, right? I try to get up. He like make one more step to the door. I'm up. Like, yo was like psychopathically weird.
She was so insulted that she at last knew how much he detested her and why she was unable to leave. He had all of her money, so she had to send checks to him and then pay him personally. Took over the money she earned from her club performances as well, making her entirely reliant on him for support. He also prevented her from ever reaching him. Own money, which helps explain why she has been faithful to him for so long. However, once she decided to go, nothing could stop her, so she began to attempt to manage her personal finances. And Blueface was furious over he expelled her from his home as a result.
Already packed in the house. He just had somebody to put it outside. Boom, I said, F it. Boom. Moved into this expensive ass crib, yo. Yeah, you could call it an Airbnb, but who the f really paying $30,000 a month? Me. These steps that I'm taking to be okay, to be all right, to be safe, to be just in my skin, like.
Their relationship has always been tense, but it recently reached a new level of hostility when Chrisean gave birth without Blueface. Later on, she stated that she did not want Blueface in the room. She reasoned that he would have simply used it for cloud, where Sean gave birth to a boy. Given the way she looks, it's obvious that she loves her child. But would you like to see his hand? To show his disdain for her and her labor, Blueface made sure to share his extravagant Miami partying on Instagram stories while Chrisean was performing live. Adding insult to injury, he posted several images of Jaden on social media, along with the comment, "Social media is all entertainment for me, guys. Nothing I say or do has anything to do with Rock because we broke up 3 months ago and I'm dating someone else right now. I haven't stopped talking about my baby mother, Jaden, for the last 3 months. Please stay with me so we may continue our conversation." Jaden had previously stated that she was making every effort to get her mind off of Chrisean's pregnancy. She was able to. She added that she hoped Blueface would keep his two affairs apart.
I'm certain he'll probably keep his two situations separate just for the better.
I went to the city to have my child. None of you weird people be around my son, Chrisean wrote on Twitter, implying that her child would never be in the presence of Blueface's relatives. I'm the only thing he has, so she need not worry. I'm going to do it to protect him from hate and jealousy or anything. His name is Chrisean, and he will be loved and respected. This is when things start to become really interesting, and you may remember that Blueface has been discussing how, "I'll give you $1,000 right now if you can find an inappropriate picture of Jaden and another man online," tweeted Chrisean. If there is one thing you should never do, it is to use the internet. The followers demonstrated their commitment to Jaden by taking down a picture of him draped over a man who was obviously not wearing Blueface. This made people go berserk, and they treated Blueface badly. Blueface was shocked because he honestly believed Jaden would never cheat on him, no matter what. But it shouldn't have come as a surprise since he was also cheating on her. He felt strongly about it, and he thought it was that she had been secretly getting her licks back. Being betrayed after boasting so much would be humiliating. According to the insiders, he is currently attempting to get Chrisean to return to him by causing damage to her phone. According to the insider, Blueface is done with Chrisean and doesn't want him back, even though she has repeatedly raped him and has promised that she will change. She wrote, "Stop trying to make something about another woman knowing you will leave her any day for me, which helped me to recover. Your son will be waiting for his dad to grow up. Although you're in pain, it's a common saying that a lady who claims she hasn't dated anybody else but is actually dating a man occasionally is lying. This is the man's way of giving himself an excuse to leave Jaden. And the fact that he thinks it shows how proud he is of himself and how much he secretly wishes he could return to Chrisean. But the fans are all for it, and they're probably fighting over it. She keeps Stewie's homelessness a secret from everyone. What are your thoughts on the entire drama? When he made Sean unpleasant and said terrible, unsightly, and horrifying things, karma was at its best. That was the main goal of Blueface. What are your thoughts on Jaden's infidelity with Blueface? What do you think of this enchanted scene after watching this next lovely foreign video?